Hey everyone, hi. It's Lisa Clayton of lisaaclayton.com, angel intuitive and founder and leader of the Inner Leader Movement. It is Saturday, February 8th, 2020, and we have a full moon waxing into its greatest potential at 11:33 Pacific Standard Time. 11:33. Wow. Another angel energy coming in to work with us and this full moon in Leo. So every full moon, I do a full moon circle here in Half Moon Bay, California, and my followers and clients are always asking me to do the highlights. So this is new. I'm going to take 2 hours of information and experience that we experienced under this full moon illumination and condense it into about 10 to 15 minutes, hopefully. Hopefully it's not any longer than that. However, there was some really amazing information that came through. So here's how angel astrology works. I work with soul astrologers and astrologers that focus on the evolution of the soul and the heart's expansion. I take their information and I gather it all and then I put it in my altar area and ask the angels to highlight what pieces of information would be most important for our heart's intuitive intelligence and our soul's wisdom to navigate and how to utilize the benefits of this full moon's illumination. And then I go into lots of meditation and I look at what information, I get downloads on what information it needs to be brought forward to activate the heart. That's the purpose of the Inner Leader Movement, is to activate heart and to expand heart into higher heart consciousness to lead differently in this world. And so, being the former teacher, I love to have a whiteboard. And so I put up the themes that the angels bring forward. And in a big heart on the whiteboard was core truth. Okay. And around that heart of core truth was joy, light of soul, your solar system, SOUL. Priorities, unique, creative, mission, and love. Okay, so those were the themes. And then we asked the angels to come in and activate those themes. And then I share the astrology, the pieces of the astrology reports that are most relevant to our hearts. And then we close with individual readings. So let's talk about this full moon in Leo first. Some of the highlights and some of the energies that are being generated for our hearts to evolve, expand, or release. Full moon is also about releasing what no longer serves your heart to come into leading your life. So this full moon in Leo is a fire sign. So it's got this passion, this fiery passion that gets into the core of your essence. And that's the urge. So I don't know if you've been feeling this building up to the full moon, but there's kind of this urge to speak your truth, to do something more. What's that something more? Okay. And also Leo is a sun sign. Okay. So it's related to the sun. And so we know how we feel when it's a sunny day and when we're sitting in the sun. Those rays just warm us and lighten us up and lift our hearts up. And that's the same way with coming into this core truth of who you are and activating the solar system of your core to radiate out into the world so that others feel this warmth. They feel this radiating essence of who you are, and they're saying, hey, I want to be around this. I want some of this. So what are you doing? And then you can share, I'm speaking my truth. I'm letting my inner leader lead by my heart's intuitive intelligence. And so it's a really beautiful energetic exchange of coming out from your core. So also Leo brings forth creativity, abundance, And this creative, abundant energy starts to bring forth more and more of the magnetism of what we want to attract into our life. It also brings forth this unique, what is it that's so unique about your essence? How are you different? Okay, what is original about you? There's no one in this world that has a soul like yours. There's no one in this world that's made up like you. So what is that uniqueness? And what it really comes down to is this full moon is really illuminating our mission here. Our mission is to reveal who we are, bring forth our greatest soul gifts, and to have the courage to do it. That's the part that, that, I mean, this is exciting full moon. It's one of the rare full moons that there's not a whole bunch of planetary stuff happening to interfere with its energy coming in to lift us up, to illuminate our essence. There's only one little caveat with Venus, and Venus is moving out of Pisces into Aries, and Venus is also coming in conjunct with Chiron, which is the wounded healer. So that's the only little energetic infusion we get with coming into our wounded healer. Chiron's the wounded healer, and to come forth with our vulnerability, speaking how we've been wounded, releasing those hurts, talking about the stories that led us to where we are today and how we navigated through that with vulnerability and being authentic about who we are. So much, even on these YouTube videos, we get this perception that everything's perfect, in that person's life that is transmitting this video to you. Believe me, things aren't perfect in my life. Okay. There are a lot of things I'm working through. Tonight, I'm doing a ritual to release things that I want to really open up space for. There's still some family, old, deep, dark roots there that I want to release, ancestral roots. There's some unforgiveness. There's just, life is full of these beautiful ways to release and to expand into our essence. So those were the main themes. Let me see what else I have here as the top. I also brought in the Chinese New Year, the year of the rat, because I love Chinese New Year and working with the moon, and the angels love it too, because the Chinese New Year cycles with the phases of the moon. So it always starts on the first new moon of the year, which was January 25th. And now it's peaking in its energy with this full moon. And it's the year of the rat. And so we talked a lot about that. And actually, I was kind of surprised to the angels. I was like, I'm supposed to talk about the Chinese New Year? And they're like, yes, because that zodiac of the Chinese New Year is very, very important. It is cycling with this energy of 2020, because the year of the rat is the first sign of the zodiac in the Chinese New Year. And so that's the new beginnings. The rat is a planner. The rat is a very, very smart animal spirit. It strategizes, it plans. We were laughing last night in the full moon circle. We were saying, have you ever known a rat that couldn't get in somewhere that it was determined to get into? They'll find a way. They find a way. And it's an interesting story about how the rat became the first sign of the zodiac in Chinese lore. But the rat has an abundant, it's good fortune and abundance. It's the year of the metal rat, and the metal is gold. And so we had a lot of fun with just kind of calling in that abundant energy, that fortune, with the Chinese New Year too. So that was a surprise for me, because I wasn't quite, we usually just work with what sign the moon is in and what angels come forth to activate the main themes. So that was a lot of fun. Okay, so love. Let's start with love. And I just want to highlight that as we activate more and more of the cosmic heart love, the love for self, and the love for being on this earth to experience all of its nature, all of its beauty, and to have the opportunity to master our soul gifts. That love is being activated right now by courage. Okay, so courage up, and and having that courage to risk being our exposing our true self. Okay, so that's the part that we tend to hold back from because we've been so conditioned to feel like we're going to be left out, we're not going to be accepted, somebody's going to throw rotten tomatoes at us or egg us or do whatever they're going to do because they don't align or believe in it. And that takes courage to come forth and speak your truth and know that you could be ostracized, but you're also maybe surrounding yourself with people. We talked about this, came through last night. You're also maybe surrounding yourself with people who maybe you don't need to be surrounding yourself with, and you start to align and start to find your tribe, or I like to call it a clan. I always think like a tribe was also still dependent on a leader, where a clan is all working together and are in harmonious unity. So that is also that's also being activated under this full moon, is have the courage and bring your full love of self into expressing your essential truth. Okay, so we're going to find ourselves in an environment that don't support our soul's truth. And we're going to find ourselves in predicaments where we will find that. So the soul is moving. So this is a soul evolution. Ooh, I just got a wave of energy there. And this is when that happens, this means this is a validation point. So each one of our souls is moving toward a greater love and understanding, regardless of the situations that we are encountering in our past or the ones that are now standing around us in our way for us to close our hearts. So we are now tapping into this beautiful energy to yield, open up, and unfold into the acceptance of who we are. I think that's one of the most powerful statements that came through from the angels during this full moon illumination. So the full moon's energy also gives us the opportunity to release what no longer serves us and to illuminate what we want to expand. And so the angels that came forth, I create an altar. And then after we discuss the main themes and I shuffle the cards, and interesting enough, there are four angels that came through. So that's the angel astrology that's going to help you activate the full moon illumination. And then Rumi came through. And I thought this is really interesting. As I was packing up all of my things to take to the full moon circle, the Rumi kept vibrating love, 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 a higher vibration of love. So I brought the Rumi oracles, and there was a card that came through there for that. So the first message for the angels to activate this beautiful, creative, abundant energy of Leo, this fiery passion of bringing forth your core truth. Again, I'm going to keep coming back. The angels just kept coming back to bring forth the core truth, the essence of who you are. I've got to be me. Okay, that's kind of the banner you're going to hold up underneath this illumination of this full moon. So Jophiel came forth with meditation. So meditation, what the message was that came through in this card, again, this beautiful golden energy, this golden sun, solar light of who you are is going to illuminate when you get still, when you come in and you really, and it doesn't have to be a formal meditation practice. It can be a walk in nature. It can be a 5-minute affirmations in the morning. It can just be still and feel the hearts. Just feel the heart and what the heart has to say. So Jophiel was encouraging, one of the main themes for this full moon was making new priorities. So what's your priority? How are you going to manage better? How are you going to organize better to bring forth your true essence? So Jophiel is saying prioritize in making still points throughout the day. and night if you're awake. Okay. The next angel that came through, and I love this, was Raziel with a beautiful rainbow light stretching out, and you can see this beautiful spiral. That is the core. That is the core essence of who you are. This is your eternal soul's light. There's no beginning, there's no end. It is eternal. And so Raziel is saying, have faith in your core truth, have faith in who you are, have faith in the guidance above. Angels are going to come right in and help you when asked. So we're right here. So Raziel is saying, stretch your arms out, have faith. Look at that beautiful earth below you and look at the divine guidance above you and tap into that. And then Gabriel came through with benediction. And we talked a lot about this. I was asking people, what is benediction? What does that mean to you? Because what the angels are bringing forth now is a new vibration and frequency of words and of meanings that were like, the typical meanings of benediction. And most people had a religious connotation to this, as saying, well, at the end of church or at the end of Mass, we always had a benediction. So this benediction, so Gabriel is like raising his hand up saying, there are blessings galore. Benediction is a closing with blessings. So we talked a lot about what we want to release under this full moon. Bless and release. Bless and release. So this is upending, something that you want to release, that you're done with. You're done being angry about the situation. You're done being frustrated or worried about this situation or this old wound that's inside of you. So bless and release it. Bring it to a close. And Gabriel is helping us with that beautiful, beautiful divine white light from divine. This is source energy. Okay, and then Uriel comes forth with, I love this one, and we just felt this dance, this movement of energy through our physical bodies, our mental, emotional, and spiritual, because this is the dance of freedom. Uriel saying, come into your freedom, free up everything that doesn't serve you. You might have to break off a relationship. You might have to move away from a group of friends. Prioritize what's most important for you to get to the essence of your being and bring forth your core truth. Love, love, love this. Okay, so those were the angels that came through that for our angel astrology report. And then the one that we all went over was when Rumi came forth with, guess what? I love this. Look at that full moon. Out of all of the deck, out of all of the cards in the oracle, this beautiful card came forth with, I surge on the uprising wave of love. Here is your core essence, your truth. Wow, just swirling and twirling underneath this beautiful full moon. What are the chances of that? That's why I love doing this. It's so cool. It's so much fun to get this validation and bring forth this energy of how we can navigate and utilize this in our soul's evolution, our mission here. So the bottom line for this full moon angel astrology report is coming into illuminating your core truth, bringing that forward, speaking your truth, acting your truth, following where your heart's intuition is leading you by staying strong and courageous to who you are. It isn't easy at times, but it is so necessary. This mission that you're here on earth to bring more love, more light, to call in your divine guidance, to illuminate your path on earth. It's pretty darn exciting. So, under this full illumination today and tomorrow, and the next day is about 3 days after the full moon peaks, you can really come into more of setting priorities for yourself, looking at changing some things that you want to change, releasing what no longer serves you, and just have some fun. Part of coming into our essence of who we are is spontaneous fun. Go out and do something fun that you haven't done in a long time. Talk about bringing that essence of who you are into a new light. We get so busy and we get so serious about life. So have some spontaneous fun with this too. And three questions. Just want to leave you with these three questions that we are illuminating in our full moon altars tonight. At least everybody that was at the full moon circle, and for mine too, is how can you illuminate and answer these three questions for yourself? How am I different, original, and unique? What can I do to be more creative? And how can I express my core essential truth? So those are the three questions that our circle is going to illuminate. And it's interesting when you come together in a circle or a collective, it just raises the vibration and the frequency for what you are putting into the intention to manifest and to expand. Okay, folks, I hope I didn't go too long here for the 2 hour highlights. Oh, I did hit 20 minutes. I thought I could keep it to 15, but this is brand new. This is the first time I've done this. Is highlighting everything that came through from the angels in an angel astrology report after the full moon circle. So I hope you enjoy, hope you illuminate, release what no longer serves you, and do it with so much love. I send you love from my heart. I send you love to everything that you are doing, creating, and just shining that magnificent solar light of your love out to the world. Okay, have fun. Take care. See you on Monday for the Monday mantra. Bye bye.